No sound. It's still broken. Dang, dude. Check. Works now. Cool. All right. I had my hold up. Let me try to work this thing. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I had my okay, yeah, we're getting a good level going. All right. Hopefully it's not too distorted. Are you pro-choice or pro-life? Pro-life. Always pro-life. Is this sound quality good, or do you guys want me to use a different microphone? So I can hook up a different microphone. I might as well do it while what does misfit mean? I'm digging this mic. Oh, this is just my computer mic. So cool. All right. I was gonna plug in this mic, but if this mic is working fine, then cool. I ain't gonna plug it in. Dope. What does misfit mean? I don't understand why why'd you spell it like that? That's actually hilarious. Misfit, philosophical misfit. It's like, I mean, do you want me to go through the whole, like, I mean, I guess it's not a whole story. Never mind. I don't know why you spelt it like that. Did you mean misfit? Did you mean something else? Hello, Gabriel Hemsworth. Nice. So I have a question. Cool. What is your question? Let's talk about it. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Cool. 4 people watching, y'all. I'm stoked that there's 4 people watching, for real. Thanks for watching, guys. What's the question? Let's hit it off. Hit it off with some solid Q&A something. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, my mic was not working because I'm actually like late because late to this. I said I would do 7 and it's like 7:12. I'm late because I was recording music. Well, me and my buddy, he was over till midnight last night and we were recording music, and I was sorting through all that. We're doing this hardcore metalcore song. And so I was going through my vocals and his vocals. So I'm good. How are you? That's why I'm watching. Well, I'm glad 90 frames. Glad you're watching. Even if you're bored, it's all good. Another one. Another one. What? Blue Baby said yes. And then another one. I don't know. How are you? Man, how do you say your name? So you know how a Buddhist or Buddhist? Buddhist believes in Buddhist believes in reincarnation. Then if the whole world blows up or the whole universe gets destroyed, what would they reincarnate into? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think I really believe. Well, I really don't believe in any. Well, yeah, we can get on that whole kick of belief, but the reincarnation, like, what if the whole world blew? I mean, okay. It goes back to, I mean, it's almost kind of like a meaning of life question. It really depends on how, do you believe that God created the universe, or do you believe that the universe came to be through the Big Bang? And I don't know if reincarnation or Buddhist is a more side of evolutionism, or if Buddhism is on the side of like a creator. How I think it is that Buddhists are kind of atheist, on the side of atheism. So I believe that they would be evolutionists. So that's interesting. That would be very interesting. That's a good question. It's a good theoretical question. Yeah, I believe that God is real, and if you don't believe in anything, then you're an atheist. Okay. So I can't say I don't believe in anything. I don't think anyone, even atheists, can say that they don't believe in nothing. Like you can believe in yourself, you can believe in the world around you, but that's debatable. Should the Bible be looked at more literally or symbolically? Depends on what book you're talking about. Depends on what place in the Bible you're talking about. I think a big problem in interpreting the Bible is that a lot of people look at the Bible in places where it's supposed to be symbolic, and they say that it's literal, and then there's a lot of places where it's literal, where they're like, that was totally symbolic. And so it's kind of like there's a lot of theological people who cherry pick, like they say they don't cherry pick the Bible, right? But they cherry pick in that way. They cherry pick, well, I didn't take that as something literal. I took it as symbolic. And so I don't think the Bible is full of I don't think the entire thing is meant literally, and I don't think the entire thing is meant symbolically either. I think it's both of them. What's your opinion of this flat earth doctrine that is growling? I don't understand it. I really don't. I feel like there's significant evidence that's there. Again, I mean, I haven't looked into it, and I don't really care to be honest. But I'm just like, the earth is not flat. The earth is round. I mean, so I don't really understand it. Like, I watched the Netflix documentary on the flat earthers, and it was comedic. Really. Do you believe that there is a supreme justice? I'm guessing by supreme justice you mean God, or do you just mean a higher power? And I mean, I don't know. Okay, I have a question. If our Father and Lord says not to sin, then why make a way to forgive sin? People will just abuse it in a wrong way. Well, theologically speaking, 90 frames is that, I mean, it's a good question, and I understand the question, but theologically speaking, God looks at the heart. So if the heart of a person is repentant and they're like, Lord, forgive me of my sins, and repentance means you turn away to something else. And so if you're like, Lord, forgive me, which is kind of like along the lines of Catholicism, like I did something wrong, and I'm going to go tell a priest, and then I'm going to be forgiven, and then I'm going to go do more wrong. It's like your heart's not really in the right spot of like repentance. And so, I mean, if there was no way to, like, nobody would turn I guess theologically speaking, I guess God had to create a way to actually forgive sin, because if someone's heart actually turned to him, to God, then he said, oh, okay, I want to make a way. So yeah. How do you feel about the flat earth teaching? Flat earth teaching? Well, I mean, I basically just answered that. Sin is something that was from the beginning of time. I disagree. Theologically, I disagree. I mean, it'd be interesting to know what you believe, Stormheart Productions. Are you like a theist Christian? What? Me either. Goofy nonsense. Yeah, for real, Cyberwolf. The devil rules the earth and so creates massive lies, and I believe one of those lies is the earth being a globe. Really? So you are a flat earth person. So why? Like, what made you question that the earth is round and that it actually is flat? Bring your dad back. He's the one who got you views. You can go, yeah, just leave. This isn't a reaction channel. I don't care. Like, cool, my dad got me views, but I've been very clear that this isn't a reaction channel, and my dad knows that. And so, like, if you subscribe for my dad, unsubscribe. Just point blank. Like, my dad will be on the channel, but he's not the channel. I mean, I'm pursuing this YouTube thing because I want to make it a career and I want to make a living off of it. But you know, if and I can't do, like, I'm not gonna live at home my entire life. Like, I want to travel, I want to go do things, so I can't bring my dad with me. So it'd be stupid for me to keep doing like constant reaction videos and have my dad on when it's like, I unsubscribed you in. Wow, cool. Glad you unsubscribed. Yeah, I don't want to hear any of that anymore. God, what's the point of saying that? Wow. All right. Um, have you ever heard of brawny fandom, and do you think the Bible has something to say about it? I have not heard of that. I meant like when Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Um, what do you? Okay, have you ever? Sin is something that was. I meant like Adam and Eve in the garden. Like there was no sin when they were created in the Bible. There was no sin. Um, the fact I started work around 2 weeks ago, and I've been telling my mother that every day I've been going, when in reality I leave the house to go to our local gym and hide in the bathroom. Why? Why do you do that? I believe sin was from the beginning. Why do you think it's not? Because it wasn't. I mean, okay, are you a Christian? And if so, theologically speaking, biblically speaking, where is that in the beginning? That sin was from the beginning. Where is that? Okay, so another question. So do you know about the Santa's Bible? What? So if it is red, does that mean that that's the that does mean wait, hold on. So do you know about the Santa's Bible? So if it is red, does that mean that that's the person is a sinner that will never be? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, okay, theologically speaking, again, anyone can be saved. I'm not like I would never side with theology of Calvinism, which is like certain people go to heaven, certain people go to hell, and I don't even know if I believe hell exists at this point. Well, in the Bible, it is evident that the earth is flat. As for example, there is a verse that says the earth is firmly established and cannot be moved. That doesn't mean it's flat. His dad isn't the one who got you. His dad isn't the one who got you views. You are the person who helps people with questions. And what's the point? Yeah. Thank you, Gabriel. I really appreciate that. Thank you. If you're just going to bring people down, then there's no point of you being here. I agree. Thank you. The thing is, I'm scared, man. Scared of my work in the day. I'm gonna have to tell her. But so if you don't like your job, why? What's stopping you from getting a new one? And why are you afraid to tell your mom that? How do we know God exists? Why are we just going by a book that has no proof about God outside of the book? That's a great question. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm not a Christian, actually. Okay, so you said up here, I believe sin was from the beginning. What? So you're not a Christian, and so I'm assuming that you don't. Maybe you know the Bible. I don't know. But there's nowhere in the Bible, like the Christian Bible, that says that sin was right at the beginning of time. No, Satan's devil. Sin wasn't from the beginning. God made all these fruits, and it started when he created everything. Man was born into sin. You are not accountable until the age of accountability, when a child can choose right and wrong for themselves. Okay. The globe things completely contradicts the earth can't be moved. No, it does. I don't. What? So if the earth cannot be, so if you think the earth is flat, do you think that we are the center of the universe? Like the earth is not moving in space and we are not moving around the sun, that the sun is moving around us? Is that what you think? So I don't think it's a coincidence how it contradicts that the Bible says the globe moves literally every way. Can you please mod me so I can ban people who are rude? I don't know how to do that. If I did, I would. What does flat earth have to do with salvation? No idea. That's a great question. To any flat earth people out there. The fall, I mean, yeah, in the beginning there was no sin. Satan had tempted Eve to eat from the tree, and good and evil, sin had entered the world. Yeah. I'm scared to tell her because every single day I've been telling her I'm heading to work when I'm really going hide, and she's expecting me to have a check this week, and I'm stressing on what to do. You got to tell her. I mean, I know it's hard, but you got to tell her. There's no, okay, even though this is quoted from the Bible, this principle is still true, that the truth will set you free. So, I mean, the truth is going to make you feel better. The truth is going to make you less stressed. And whatever happens, happens. I mean, your mom is going to find out either way. So I think the best route, and it's going to be the hardest route, but the best route is to just tell her and be straight up with her. Your mom obviously means a lot to you, and you're afraid to disappoint your mom. But you just gotta tell her, man. I mean, I'm sure you really look up to your mom and you love your mom a lot, and I'm sure your mom loves you. So, man, just you gotta tell her. I know it's tough, but that's my advice to you. Well, when human people are born, you still can make decisions when you're born. Yeah. I thought Columbus already established the earth was round. Are we really talking about debating flat earth right now? It depends on what you mean by beginning. So like beginning of life on earth, or when a person is just born. So okay. So you're saying that a person is born not on earth and then comes to earth? Is that what you're saying? Appreciate you, man. Hey, appreciate you too, Justin. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I believe that when we are God's universe, everything that is made here is here, and other planets don't exist. The devil rules the world and makes you feel insignificant. Are you a Christian? Oh, I think you already said that. I meant beginning of sin. Oh, okay. Life on earth. Depends on what you mean by beginning. So like beginning of life on earth, or when a person is just born. So you're saying Zara's, I think that's how you say your name. So you're saying that you believe I don't think a person when they're born, this is a theology standpoint that a lot of people have, but I don't think theologically that when people are born that you're born in sin. You are automatically a sinner. I don't agree with that. I don't think the devil rules the world. This is so awesome. Hi, Nate. I didn't know you were doing this. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't think. Wait a minute. I say yeah, man, but I'm remembering your comments. Pretty little. I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, Q&A. Would you say that atheism is another belief system that requires a certain amount of faith? I think atheism requires more intellect than faith. But at the same time, I think atheism is about belief and what to believe. I don't think atheists, because I mean, I've made a couple videos on the difference between faith and belief. If you've seen them, and I don't think atheists practice belief, and so I can't say atheism is another belief system. I think it's an intellectual system, an intellectual mindset, an intellectual way of thinking, and I don't think it requires faith. It just so happens I was in the real deep place with things like the Jordan Lucas song, I'm sorry, there you were, man, live streaming. Yeah, man, I'm here. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you caught that, and I was live streaming. That's awesome. If sin ruled the world, I would think that the world would be way worse. I agree that there is sin in the world, but not necessarily the devil rules the world. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Gabriel. The Bible says the devil is the God with a little g. And yeah, no, the Bible also talks about how there are many gods, little g's. The Bible does say that there isn't just one God. The Bible does talk about how there are many gods, but the gods are little g's. And then the Bible says that God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, God, Trinity God, is capital G, God. I'm a girl. Yes, pretty little Louie. I knew you were a girl. I am so sorry. Because I said, yeah, man. And I was thinking, wait a minute, hold on. Because I remember your comments, and I'm so sorry about that. Simba Trey, would it be unjust to go back in time if you could, and kill Adolf as a teenager or child. I don't think killing is the way at all. I don't think killing. Did you read my other one? I don't think I did. 90 frames. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to keep up with everyone. I feel like you have to have faith in something. You don't have. I mean, so that leads back to Gabriel. That leads back to your idea of faith. Like, what is your idea of faith? Like, if you have to have belief in something, what's your idea of faith? I think faith is an action. I think faith is objective. I think faith is practiced and seen, and you don't have to practice it. If most people believe they were a minimal amount in the universe, it wouldn't make you feel as important. God, what are you saying? And I'm the Bible. It does say the devil rules the earth. Yeah, I hear what you. I think you can't not believe in something. Yeah, sure, you have to believe in Gabriel. You got to believe in. You can believe in yourself. You believe in the world around you. Unless you go the Rene Descartes route, where you literally doubt everything. Where in some cases that's necessary. But yeah, everyone believes in something. So yeah. Do you believe in all these rappers who talk about selling their soul in their music? Yeah. I mean, if you're asking if I think that you can sell your soul, yeah. Walking on faith is not NOT for the faint of heart. Yeah, it's true. B5 too. Yeah, that's real. Masonry. What's that got to do? Mason. Are you asking me if I'm a Mason? No. So do you believe in death? All right. So you're saying, so you don't believe in death row for people who rape and murder, basically the worst of the worst. I'm not saying that. I think I do believe in justice. I mean, that's a tricky one because obviously I am pro-life in every way. But that's a tricky one. I mean, I don't have an immediate answer. That's a huge. I'd love to talk more about that, Simba. But yeah, that's a big question and I would have to dialogue. I don't have a short answer for that. I would have to really dialogue about that. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence. Yeah, yeah. Hebrews 11:1. Okay, give me a second. I want to copy and paste the context of the Satan's Bible. So, are you a Satanist? How does one sell their soul? I mean, honestly, I'm sure we've all done it to some extent. Selling your soul. It doesn't have to be major, but it's like, I mean, we see it in celebrities all the time that sell their soul to Hollywood, sell their soul to the industry, and soul, body, whatever you want to call it. It's selling themselves, and there's like no return, and it'll get nasty. I believe that many of these people in the world need to have faith because I feel like their life would be better. Maybe not, but I guess atheists feel otherwise, that their life isn't better with faith. Okay, Zara, that's not how you say. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how you say the name. I agree that a human isn't born sinful and believe that sin was from the beginning of time, like ever since Adam ate. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. If from that point on, yeah, there was sin. I messaged you a screenshot of a comment on Instagram too. Still waiting for. That's right. I almost messaged. I was going to message you back the other day, and I'm sorry. I've just got so many things going on right now. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to open up a home studio. I'm trying to finish my recordings. Which, by the way, for everyone watching, I have a new single coming out June 1st, which you guys should totally look me up on Spotify and save that because that'd be really dope. But yeah, I'm trying to open up a home studio. I'm doing YouTube stuff. I'm working on my songs, working on other people's songs. It's got a lot going on. So I apologize, Pretty Little Louie. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. God, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Why is it so easy for people to believe on the devil and not God? That's a fantastic question. After the Lord threw Lucifer out of heaven, trying to get his throne higher than God from a biblical perspective, I think the first part of that, Cyberwolf, that is a fantastic question. Why is it so easy for people to believe in the devil and not God? That's so real. Like, that's seen in like so many artists' songs and things like that. That it's like, oh yeah, the devil has so much influence on my life and God doesn't. Obviously, if one is real, then the other is real, and it can have just as much influence on the other. But that's a really good question. I like that question. And it's not one that I have an answer for, but it's just one that needs to be asked and one that needs to be thought about. Do you believe that the Illuminati is real? I don't know. I mean, sure. I mean, if the idea is still alive, then I don't know. I do think that there is a company of people, call it the Illuminati, call it part of the government that that is behind a lot of what goes on in the world. But I don't know what it's called. I mean, I haven't looked super deep into it. I really like to hear about conspiracy theories, but I'm not like super into like looking them up and being like a conspiracy theorist myself. You should research flat Earth because it has a lot to do with faith in God in general. How? I don't see that. I'd like to know how. I'm not trying to mock you. I'm saying how. Like, explain it to me. Florida. What up, Florida? Don't worry. LOL, thank you. Yes, but I have not forgotten about you, Pretty Little Louie. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. I have not forgotten about you, and I will write you back. It was created in the early 13th century in the well, a lot of words I don't know how to pronounce. Contains the complete. Interesting. Huh. So the Satanist Bible contains the Bible as well? I don't know if I'm reading that right or hearing you right. Songs from NF really helped me out with my belief in God. Cool, man. That's good. Well, NF questions a lot, so I think doubt is necessary. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. They are real. There are bloodline circles who are enslaving their children and generation from generation, making them do unthinkable things. I don't know what we're talking about. Do you believe that there is heaven and hell? That's a great question. That's one that I've been thinking about lately. I don't know about belief in hell because it's really not theologically sound or accurate, and it doesn't make sense. Like, there's a whole lot of things that obviously there's a whole lot of things in the Bible that don't make any sense. Some theological people are like hell bent on hell existing, and others are completely like not for it. But I find myself leaning towards the side where it's like, I don't think hell, if all this is real, if God is real and all that, I don't think hell exists. But I don't know. So I haven't done an avid amount of research in that. So yeah, there are testimonies from children. Hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Melrose. According to legend, the Codex was created by Herman the recluse in the. Oh, wait, you already sent that. The monastery. Okay. I really like your content, but I don't believe in any entities. Well, I'm glad you like my content. We're born to die, and we live this life. Literally nothing matters unless we want it to matter. I agree with that to a point. Yeah. Appreciate you liking my content, though. We're born to die. Okay. NF is the God. Do you think witchcraft and sorcery work? Work in what? Work in a good way or work in a bad way? I think look, I don't know about all this, the supernatural stuff. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Obviously, if God is real, then the opposite is real. Devil's real, and witchcraft and sorcery and all that kind of stuff is real as well. I kind of know theoretically how it works, if it works, but it depends on what you mean by work. Got much respect for you and your dad from the Hospin. I believe you meant 7. Ill mind reaction. Thanks. Appreciate that. Talking about the Illuminati. Oh, okay. Gotcha. that the Illuminati is real. No. J. Melrose. Why? What are you saying no to? I think I said. You asked me how I was, and I said I'm good. How are you? Unless you're saying no to something else I was saying. In the previous video of yours, you mentioned that there are many books, the Bible and the Quran, and how does one know which one is right? Yeah, I did ask that. Are you familiar with the simulation theory? What do you think of it? The simulation theory, like the Matrix, like we're all in the Matrix? Possibly. It's possible. I like that. I like that theory. It paints a really good picture in the mind, a poetic imagery that could potentially be reality. So I like that theory. I agree with that theory. But is it real? I mean, it's just a theory. So I have a lot of questions myself. But if hell doesn't exist, what about heaven? Because in the Bible it talks about hell. So it depends on where you're talking about that it talks about hell. Because there's a couple places where it is symbolic that it talks about hell, and then there's some places where it's like the literal thing of hell, but the actual word there isn't hell. It's something completely different. God us to know we are significant and part of his universe, where as in a globe we are small and microscopic in the world, so we're not as. I don't agree with that. I don't see I don't think I agree with that. How would a globe be small and insignificant in a flat Earth? So you're saying in a flat Earth, you don't believe that the universe exists either? I mean, what do you? I don't understand. I don't know if you. Hello, first time, London, UK. Witchcraft will lead you to misery. I try to keep an open mind. Do you believe in reincarnation? No. Look into astral projection. Scary stuff. I have looked into astral projection. Oh, no, there is no hell. Melrose. So Melrose, J.M. Melrose, are you a Christian? What's your belief system? Why do you believe that there is no hell? Thoughts on human computer chipping? What's the computer chipping for, and why are we putting it in humans? I was like you, raised in a church, and I found that my downfall is being raised in the church. Yeah, that's real. That's real. It can have a real, can be a real bummer. Get it? But basically, the book was made when Monk was supposed to write a giant Bible, and one night he prayed to God to help him. He didn't respond. He was threatened to get. Interesting. Wow. I think you're like typing out the history in different texts. There's a theory that there was a hell where the wicked are sent to await judgment day, but the Bible it says about waiting in silence for judgment. Interesting. Who invented money? I don't know, but it's like the federal damn it, I'm totally blanking on their name. It was invented on like a pillar where child sacrifice happened. So it's like, it's not good stuff. I believe my religion is right for me personally and just right overall. I won't tell you that it is the right religion, so maybe you should just read all of them. I don't know if there's a need to read all of them. A lot, honestly, there's some religions that you don't need to study, because it's like if you've decided that God exists, then there's only so many religions where it's like God does exist, like one God exists, and if you believe that he doesn't exist, then there's only so many religions. Well, there's actually a lot of religions where it's like God doesn't exist. So what inspired you to make your next song? I'm interested to hear about it. I've been listening to your songs, and they have a lot of powerful content. Liked it. Thank you. My next single is called Morning Light, Mouring. Wow, Mourning. God, can I even spell? And it is about letting go of pain. Letting go of pain and embracing faith. Because I think a lot of people hold on to pain, and they're afraid to let it go because pain has become their best friend. But in order to let pain go, they have to embrace faith, and just believe that it's going to get better. And so, getting better meaning the light, and morning light. I mean, your life looked fine, like your life was fine, and so it looked bright. But the lyrics to the chorus part is morning the light, waiting for morning light, morning MOUR, and then the waiting for morning light MOR NING. So that's a short thing of it. I have a clip on my Facebook page for Nation Haven of the new song. But fun fact, I found this channel watching your pastors reacts. Stayed ever since because even though I'm atheist, I love your fathers and your community of faith and faith. Thank you. Do you think money is the source of all evil? Not necessarily. I'm being raised in a church and my parents are praise team people. Yeah, I get that. My question is so out of this intense topic, but I love it though. I love it though. Pretty Little Louie. You need to tell me if I'm saying your name right, but I love it. It's great. I'm trying to figure things out. I'm only 13. Dude, only 13? You're asking good questions at 13. Looks like I'm going to miss this one. I'm having dinner with my family. All right, JoJo Brownie, 57. Peace out. Have good dinner with your family. What I mean by work, when I asked, do you think witchcraft and sorcery work, I meant, can a witch kill someone with their witchcraft? They claim to be able to do so. So, I don't know, right? I don't know what's possible, what's not. I know that one time when I was in Africa, I assumed this guy that I bought some souvenirs from was into witchcraft, and he kind of manipulated me a little bit. And then when I went to sleep that night, I had nightmares. So manipulated my feelings in a way like I felt bad for giving him no money when I paid this other guy, and it was just kind of a whole scam. And so I guess if you count that as witchcraft, then sure, that works. But if you're talking about killing people, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it firsthand. So what do you think? Do you think it's real? Finish. That's interesting. 90 frames. I'm reading your last comment. Do these famous people really sacrifice people for higher power? How does one do such things? I don't know if they do, but that's crazy. Can you give us an example, a sample of your new song? Yes, I can. Blue Baby. If you go on my Instagram page, nate.alger, I have a sample of it on my story section. There's a Nation Haven section. There's a sample of it. And then if you go to my Facebook page for Nation Haven, there's also a sample of the song. Jesus is the answer. He is real. Thank you for that. I don't think I can give you enough details as you need, so just please take the time to research flat. I'm not. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes. All right. I met him. You met him. You met Jesus. Jesus is black. Okay. Where did you meet Jesus? How did you meet Jesus? And are we talking black dude black? Or are we talking black Indian, Eastern? Not. I guess if you said black, you meant black. I think you should look into Islam. You might find the answers to the questions you have. I don't think so. And the reason I say I don't think so is because I don't think Islam is. It's the same type of question. It's the same type of questions as does God exist? That's I could answer. I could look at Christianity. I could look at Islam. I could look at anything that says that there's a God, any theism. I could look at that. I'm 11. I'm 14. What? That's crazy. What exactly does it mean doing deals with devils? No idea. Hey, been watching your content for a while, and it's been interesting to get your point of view on things. I'm a believer myself, but I always like to hear out others. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, J. Clark 11, that you like to hear others out. That's something that not many Christians do or like to do. So appreciate that. To our Father, okay, just that is disgusting. What's disgusting? I'm the youngest one here. I'm worried about my friends because I feel like they are so lost and I want to point them into the right direction. That's good. You got a good heart. Where would you point them? Where do you think the right direction is? I don't know how old you said you are, like 13 or something like that. That's a good question. Point them to Jesus. And you can say, okay, glory to the Father in heaven, the Most High. You can say point them to Jesus, but honestly, like I think that if you should point them to seek Jesus themselves, because if you give them the wrong mentor, it can mess them up more than it can do anything good. Anything else here that anyone else? Yeah, no. I think you're the only one, man. Everyone needs Jesus. I don't have social media. All right, so hold on, Blue Baby. I'm gonna play a sample of the song. I'm gonna try to answer a couple more questions, but remind me in like 2 minutes to play the song. The Earth is flat and much bigger than you think. The sun is smaller, so it appears like I love theology. Yeah, it's good stuff. Do you believe that there are actually few people in the world who have seen Jesus? For example, like the movie Heaven is for Real and many other movies that are claimed to be based on real events. Yeah, I don't know, because those movies that claim to be real have also, like, they've come out later and been like, yeah, it wasn't. So I don't know. I'm only 11, but I'm depressed. Why are you depressed at 11? What's going on in your life where you're depressed at 11? I'm 21, started believing about a year ago, and expressed world changes everything. Yes, Blue Baby, remind me. I have been trying to point them to the Holy Spirit, and I have been raised in the church, so I believe in God. Okay. Yeah, then point them to experience God for themselves. Islam is deeper than that. Like, what's a question you have that Islam won't be able to answer? I'm 15 though, so I don't think you should trust my answer, but I would like to try. Does God exist? Wow, okay. Was raised and focused. Wow, okay. Was raised and forced to go to Catholic schools until my sophomore year in high school. I got pregnant and I was expelled. When my school found out, they also said I was going to hell. I hate that. Mel, I'm sorry that happened. Like, J.I. Melrose, real sorry that happened. That's a bummer. No one needs to say that. No one needs to hear that. I'm sure you're a great mother and you're a great person. So I hope that's encouraging in some way. And I really mean that. I do think you are. I actually agree with what you're saying. It's so cool finding someone that believes the same. Glory to our heaven. Are you talking to me or someone else? Believing that the earth is flat is your own opinion. Yeah. Do you know that if you reverse the song what is the best argument against God's existence? Isaiah Armstrong, I think you were on another Q&A too. Against God's existence. I don't know if there's any argument against it. I think there's more arguments that I've seen that are disproving the arguments that are already there for God. Stairway to Heaven says Satan thinks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Do you think that being LGBTQ is okay or wrong? I don't know with the LGBT community. Here's what I will say. One of my best friends is a man, and he is married to a man, and I don't look down on him for it, and I love him for it. I mean, I love who he is. He's a fantastic person. I don't know where I stand on that whole thing, but I have multiple friends that are a part of that LGBT community. So I'm not gonna, I don't know, right or wrong. It's just the way things are, and I love those people the same as I love anyone else. Like, people are people. Like, love them regardless. And like I said, one of my best friends is gay, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, Stairway to Heaven says Satan things. You should check out interesting story how it came to Jesus. Where are you at with what you believe? Same place as I've been for like the past 2 years. Still don't know what I believe, and I'm trying to figure it out. I want to experience it. I guess I'm practicing faith, and so I'm waiting for something to happen, waiting for belief to come. I suggest you read Grace Crime Scene book. He lays out evidence and pours. Okay. No, you're not saying it right, but you're forgiven. It's Luli. Okay. See, Luli. Okay. Is that what I? Pretty little. Oh, I was leaving out the other L. Luli. Okay. Yeah. So going to the deep stuff. What do you think about dreams? I know you had a recent dream that was interesting. I dream every single night. I'm a huge dreamer. I love dreams. It depends. Like, what are you asking me when you're like, what do you think about dreams? Do I think that they mean something? Do I think that they are good? I mean, I love them. I think they're great. I love having dreams. I love dreaming. So that's what I think about them. But I get okay. God exists because. I need a nutshell. I don't believe any organized religion, but I am deeply spiritual. I like you, Melrose. J.I. Melrose. I like that. I need a nutshell. I don't believe in. I guess you say in a nutshell, not I need. In a nutshell, I don't believe in an organized religion, but I am deeply spiritual. I like that. Oops, yeah. Lately, I've been feeling so disconnected with the world and even myself. Point where I want to find joy. Nothing else feels better like old times anymore. You gotta let go of the old times, man. The old times, you can't soak on the old times. That's kind of what my new song's about, Morning Light. You can't soak on the old times, like that light of the old times. You gotta let that go, and just say, I'm ready for the new times, and I'm gonna make new times happen. I'm gonna make new things happen that are good things for me in my life. Those old times, the good old times. That was often by a commitment that you made or a decision that you made. So it's just making another commitment, making another decision to do something and act on it. And I think that you'll go back to that point of feeling that much joy again, and you'll be back at the old times, or you'll talk about those times in a couple of years like they're the good old times. So, yeah. Loving LGBT community. Yep. Don't mean to. Doesn't mean you condone their actions. I believe most ties some sort of energy. Hi, I'm new here. Welcome. Unboxing review. Plus, I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo too. I liked and follow you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, if you want to mod, just tap on my username and it says. You just released, okay, Michael K. Films. I just released my debut single today. Dope. I'll have to check it out. Message me somewhere. I'd love to hear it. Instagram, Facebook, send me a link. Really love to hear that. So who created the first ever humans? Adam. Oh, okay. Do you reply to DMs? Yes, I do. If you direct message me on YouTube, there's a direct messenger on here, but nobody ever messaged me on it. On Instagram, on Facebook, I try to reply as much as possible. I released it on SoundCloud and YouTube. What more should I add to? Use DistroKid. Put it on iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. Religion equals division. Totally agree with that. Play the song. All right, what happens when you die? If everyone's cool with me playing this new song, then I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. What happens when we die? So if I get like 5 people who's like, play the song, then I'm gonna play it right now. Come back soon. All right. I understand I had to go on my own spiritual journey. Yeah, Melrose, I like you. I like you a lot. Can I just say thank you for being so righteous and entertaining, dude? Thank you for telling me I am righteous and entertaining. I appreciate that. Nice. Pandora too, yeah. Play the song. There's one. Cyberwolf. So I need 4 other people to be like, play the song, and I'll play it. Did you just throw us the horns? What are you talking about? This rock on? I don't look at this as a satanic symbol. Anyone that looks at it as a satanic symbol, I don't agree with. I've always done this, meaning like metal music, rock on, or I do this, peace, rock on, hang loose. I've never looked at this as a satanic devil sound. Okay, play the song. Nice. Tell me, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear this. Were you guys able to hear that? Nice. All right. This is the first. So this song comes out June 1st. I'm about to play the whole thing. Okay, he said, hey, just join. What's this about? We're just talking about philosophy and theology and questions about life. So I'm about to play my newest single that's coming out June 1st. So here we go. Dear pain, by my side my entire life. Good volume up. Here with you through it. I don't know how else to say this. Night inside, the stars should fade. Living light still inside its grave. I dream of what I don't know. I hope for my bleeding soul. Incarnate faith hanging from the edge. Be still and wait till there's nothing left. Clinging to all I know. Free fall away. I'm letting go. Morning alive. Waiting for morning Lives away, tomorrow fades. Dying light forever in its grave. Let go of all I know. Oh, for my healing soul. Oh, release the weight of the expectation. Accept the fake, it's only time can tell. Be still and wait, my father said be patient. When the day comes, morning alive, waiting for morning alive. And there you have it. That's a new single. So that is, you all are the first to hear it. Don't stop on my account. Well, the song just finished. So, yeah, that was probably terrible quality because you are hearing it out of my computer speakers and into my computer's microphone and out of your speakers. So it sounds horrible. But yeah, but that's it. So hope you enjoyed that. Can you turn on? I was in. Why? Hobson. All right. Let's see. There was some questions up here. Everyone? Oh, Basden. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I appreciate everyone who listened to the song and liked it. It means a lot. Thank you. I had to work an overnight shift tonight and had no sleep today. Going to be a hard night. Yeah, it's going to be rough. I really like the song. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's going to be out June 1st on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere else. So, yeah. Can you explain why you think this energy has power to create all this? Do you sun gaze? What is that? Is it literally looking at the sun? Make it on Pandora too. I think it is. I go through a company called DistroKid and they put it on everything. So it'll probably be on Pandora too. My initial question remains unanswered. What is your initial question? Baston, what is your initial question? Yeah. How many songs do you have now? Do you have an album? Who is this your first single? I'm in the works of having an album. I have like 20 songs that I'm going to record. This is the first one that's like with my voice. The last one was an instrumental. You can go I got covers on my channel and stuff like that, so you can check all that out. But yeah, Nation Haven on iTunes, Spotify, streaming platforms. So yeah. Is this your first single? Typo. No, it's not my first single. My first single was like 2 months ago, and it was an instrumental piece. Yeah. And so this is, I guess, is the first single that has vocals in it. So I have, you asked how many songs I have now. I have a lot of songs, but I'm just not starting to record them since I got some pretty good equipment. All right. Basden, you have to speak English because I just. Basden, that's on another level that I'm not on. Those theological terms. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what all that means. Sorry. Maybe somebody else in the comments does. I wish I can talk, not type. Yeah, that's what Tally's for. After listening to some of your music, I think you have a great voice, but it seems that you shy away from hitting high notes. Is that a stylistic choice? Or like Drake, is that a vocal limitation of yours? No. What songs are you listening to? I have like a tenor voice. I wasn't shying away from hitting high notes in that song that you just heard. Yeah, I'll have to come out with more singles and then, because the vocal range and vocal ability that I have has not been expressed through the songs that I have out right now. I think if you really wanted to, your music career would go really huge. That's what I'm trying to do, man. Air is also air. I'm from the UK. Yes, rats. Sorry. What denomination do you belong to? I don't belong to a denomination. My dad's church is non-denominational, and I currently have no idea what I believe in questioning the existence of God, as well as a lot of other things. So I've been looking into a lot of philosophy and theology. I probably don't know as much as you. That's what it seems like. But yeah, I don't really. I went to ministry school for 3 years. I don't know if that says anything. Are you A veteran? No. Have you never responded? Booty clapper. What did you ask? Okay, I just stupidly assumed you were Christian. Sorry, force a hat. No, it's all good. Don't worry. Why don't we hear Yahweh in church anymore? Why? Oh, okay. So, why don't we hear Yahweh in church anymore? I don't. What, like, instead of saying Jesus, we would say Yahweh? No idea. What are your thoughts on Islam? I mean, Islam is so okay. Here's basically where I'm at, Baston, is that I'm questioning the belief in God. I was raised in a Christian home, raised in a Christian church. My dad is a pastor, and so I know a lot of theology pertaining to Christianity. Except where you were going was way past my understanding. So my thoughts on Islam are like the same thoughts I have about theism in general, is that it either all exists or it doesn't. So my question has been more about the philosophy of religion, which is really the arguments for God and the arguments against God, and Jesus and that sort of thing. So I have not studied all of the different religions. I just know that I know some subtle differences in all of the different religions. So yeah, I hope that you are a theos. I don't know. I don't know what that is. What is that? Theosopher? Is that a made-up word or what? So I assume that you don't believe that the Bible is inspired, or do you? It's evident you do know scriptures. I know scriptures. Wait, so you're saying, all right, so the assumption is that if I'm saying that the Bible is inspired, then then I am also stating in that statement that God is real and that he exists, and I believe that he inspired writing the Bible. So since my question has been, does God exist? Does a supernatural exist? Then I don't know how to answer that question, but I do know scripture fairly well. Wait, dude, you're not Christian. Theologian and philosopher, yes. Yes, like Thomas Aquinas. Yes, I do appreciate Thomas Aquinas. Guess I'll never get my response. Okay, bye. Thank you for the time did you did have. Are you being rude now? I'm confused. If you could remind me of your question, I'd be happy to answer it. I apologize for not answering it, but I did not mean to intentionally skip over you. So, yeah, maybe you left. I don't know. What do you believe about the person of Jesus? That's a great question. I think conceptually, Jesus and the person of Jesus in the Bible is a really interesting, fascinating. Like the 4 books of the Gospels is it's a very good read. I think everyone should read it, whether you believe in God or not. The principles that Jesus teaches and the way that Jesus lived his life is something to be studied, and you can learn a lot from the way that he lived life. Now there are cultural things that differ, and I don't really, whether you believe that he was a real person or not. Like I said, then because some people don't believe that he was a real person. I don't know where I stand on that. I didn't even know that was a thing. I just always assumed that Jesus was a real person. Some people question if he was even real. But okay, so wait, you say, what do you believe about the person of Jesus? I don't know if so the question is Jesus real? Is he not real, basically? And I don't know how I feel it. Is he a divine? I mean, he could be. Sure. He very well could be. But that leads to, if when he died, if he did raise from the dead. So is Jesus God? Well, the Bible says he is God. Theologically speaking, Jesus is God. Paul says so in the epistles and whatnot. But practically, philosophically speaking, it gets into the argument, okay, if Jesus was a real person, then did he die and raise again and be brought up to heaven? If so, then Jesus isn't God just theologically, but he is God also. I feel like if you do good things will happen, but I see that karma, not a man is watching and waiting for my. I feel like if you do good things, good will happen, but I see it as karma, not like a man is watching and waiting for my turn to judge for eternity. What you think about this? I mean, that's the law of attraction. You're explaining the law of attraction. Do good things and good things will be brought to you. Which you can call that karma. You can call that reap what you sow. Many people call it many different things, but essentially you're talking about the law of attraction. And I think it's sorry, I have something in my eye. I think it's there to an extent. I mean, yeah. But I think there's more to that than what meets the eye, and I don't think that's a short answer. Maybe I'm answering your question, maybe I'm not. But I don't think good people always get good things in return, like immediately, but maybe over time. It's just there's a timeline to that. Like, are you talking long term? Or are you talking short? There's a lot of variables in that. I will say that, Kevin. All right. Not being rude. It's just in the comment I put responding to you, responding to me. I spilled some personal things and said if you could DM me so we can talk personally and I don't have to be put. Okay, yeah. DM me on Instagram or on Facebook. I would gladly love to read what you just tell me that you got a hold of me. You wanted to ask me a question. You were on YouTube Live, and I'd love to talk and dialogue about whatever. So message me on Instagram, Facebook, or email. It doesn't matter. I'd love to talk. How does one resolve the huge theological divide that separates Jews, Christians, and Muslims? So what is the theological divide that you're speaking of? Because there could be multiple divides. So if I was to tell my mother about my job, what if she kicks me out? How old did you say you were, Justin? Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia, hi. You said hey. Hey, what's up? Christ is the only way. Okay. I'm pretty positive you will get to experience something that might make you believe in STH. Just as you have said in previous videos, patience. Yeah. Don't let others experience it before you affect you. Yeah, I agree with that. Appreciate that. What's your Instagram username? My username is the same as my YouTube name. My Instagram username is nate.alger. I will type it in the chat. Boom. There you go. Tonight's my first time. Are you in a U.S. state? Yes. I am American and I live on the East Coast. Why would Satan punish evil if he is evil himself? Makes more sense that he would reveal in the evil acts that souls committed while on earth, in my opinion. So why would Satan punish evil if he... I don't understand why Satan will punish evil if he himself is evil. I don't understand that question. So are you a Christian or an atheist? Neither. Honestly, neither. I would say I'm more on the side of skeptical agnosticism. But I don't like that because, and a reason I don't like where I'm at is I think agnosticism, apologies to anyone listening to this or watching this that is agnostic, I think agnosticism is lazy. Pick a side. It's like, oh, I believe that there's something more that could possibly have to do with eternity, but I'm unwilling to look into it. So I'm like, what? Like, so I guess technically I'm like a skeptical agnostic. I think there is something more, but I'm just really skeptical about all of it, and I don't really know where I land on it all. So, all religions have their own creation story. Probably, yeah. I think the bigger question is why do humans feel the need for being greater than themselves? That's a good question. Why do you? Let me ask you, Melrose. Why do you think that human beings feel a need of to have a being that is greater than themselves? Jews reject Jesus. Christians deify Jesus. Muslims reduce Jesus to a prophet of his time, and I think that so Jews reject Jesus. They also reject a lot of the Bible too. Jews have the Torah and believe, that the Bible has been mistranslated into English and all of this stuff. And so then, Christians believe the part of the Bible that Jews don't even believe should be in the Bible. And Muslims reduce Jesus to a prophet of his time and superseded by Muhammad. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with the last part, but I think that all of that can be resolved by one, simply experiencing God for yourself, like experiencing God yourself. Two, really getting a Jew, a Christian, and a Muslim in the same room and debating on the historical accuracy and about the translations. That's probably already been done. I'd be really interested to see that debate. But yeah, that's what I think. Believe in something I meant. I couldn't type it out. Okay. Who's from New York? Could you answer my question, Nate? What was the question you had, Justin? I have sent you a text. Good. I will get back to you when at some point. Did you message? You messaged me on Instagram then. What would make you believe in God? Experiencing God, like I've talked about. Like I said, thank you so much. I think there we go. All right. Jews reject only the New Testament. Yeah. What's going on in the Garden of Eden, in your opinion? So, are you asking about what's going on in the Garden of Eden? So what's your view on the Garden of Eden? Do you believe that a lot of that was a poem, like a lot of theologians believe, or do you believe that that was literal? What's your stance on that? If you want, after the YouTube live, respond and we can video call so you can hear my tone of voice. Being rude, I have bad anxiety and things, so please. Okay. Oh, it's fine. It's all good. What do you mean by experiencing God? What do you mean? What do I mean by experiencing God? I am glad that you approve of me. Experiencing God. Do you not think of that God can experience us and that we can experience Him? Like, I mean, whether that's inside in your soul, spirit, heart, mind, or one of the five senses, experiencing Him and just leaving with this deep sense of belief and knowing that He's real and that He is God. That's what I mean by experience. I'm 20, by the way, but my question is, if she would kick me out, where would I go? Do you have friends? Do you have my family had to give up on me and I have no one to turn to? Do you have friends? Like, who is someone, like the first person that comes to your mind? Like, who do you think of that it's like, this person I know I can trust? Like, even if you don't know them that well, but you just know you have a connection with them and that you trust them, reach out to them. All right, I just read what you had to say, Baston. I forget. Oh, so the Neolithic Revolution. So what's your? You think it's a retelling of the story? Okay, so which one was told first, and what do you think the actual story is? What I meant was, why would Satan punish evil souls if he is evil? Wouldn't he want humans to commit evil and then reward them for it? Yeah, that's what you would think. The veteran stoner. That's what you would think. That if he does evil, that they would reward him. But I don't know. I mean, from a theological standpoint, believing that Satan and the devil is evil, it's like he wants you to commit evil, so that this is what I was grown up to believe. He wants you to commit evil so that you will not be paying attention to God, not hear God, not want to see God, whatever. And then when you commit evil, you get shameful, you get guilty, and then it just like turns into the cycle of evil. It's almost like he wants you in chains, and so it's like he wants to punish you, to keep you from God. That's how I understood it. Bye, Nate. Gotta go. Want to hear your experience watching the Tattoo Theist on Instagram. I did reply to that. I love the song. Thank you. Appreciate it. Peace. It's our responsibility to see God in this world through our love. God is love. It's the first thing we assume. Okay. Do you talk to God to build a relationship? Yes, I do so in faith. I just texted you. All right. So do you pray? If you want to call it prayer, sure. I just call it talking. Did you ever believe in God? I don't. Did you ever believe in God? I don't know if I ever believed in God. I always thought I did, until I had this thing happen to me, where I realized I didn't believe in God. So to experience God, you would believe in Him. No, not necessarily. Because everything God created and has done is not enough. Not to sound mean or anything. It's just a question. What do you mean by is everything God created and has done not enough? What has He done? I mean, of course, you're going to say, Jesus died on the cross and all that. But you're when you say all that He's created, you're assuming that you're talking from the standpoint that God is real and that He did create everything that we see, hear, and feel around us. So you're like, oh, this is obvious to me, and so why isn't it obvious to you? Well, it's not obvious to me because there's different arguments for it that have sound facts and sound points. Unless you look at things from a old Earth creationist standpoint, then it's different. Honestly, no one, dude. Most of the people I have reach out to are people on YouTube, but I don't see how that kind of help. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I'm sorry to hear that. Interesting perspective. Yeah. Adam and Eve, pre-tree of knowledge. The ancients needed to okay. I read your comment, Bastin. God, so many comments. It's good. Like it. Interesting. About the Adam and Eve, pre-tree of knowledge and hunter and gatherers, post-tree of knowledge. Huh. The ancients needed to create deities to explain natural occurrences that were. Yeah, I've heard this before. Things that were feared. Today is no different. People need to believe. So do you believe? Okay, so you say you're a deeply spiritual person, but from that, Melrose, I'm talking to you. That you say you believe that you're a deeply spiritual person, but from that comment, I'm getting that you don't believe in a God. Is there a right way to pray? No, just clap. Wow. I meant to say just talk, but I read the booty clapper username, so I said just clap. No, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to pray. You just talk to God like He's in the room. That's how I do it. What if I told you belief in God is natural? What are your thoughts? I don't think it's natural. I don't know. That's an interesting perspective to have from the woods. What if I told you belief in God is natural? That's a very interesting question. I don't know. I think. What are your thoughts? I think it could. I don't know. I think it would. That's. I'm gonna have to think on that. I don't have an answer for you right now. I'm gonna think about that question because it's a really good question. Do you go to church? Not really. I love your reactions. It's very authentic and interesting. I'm glad that I found your channel, as I believe that I was sweet. Glad you found it as well. Rebukes the prideful. Okay. I'm testing God? Is that what you're saying? Or other people are? People, okay. My faith. Do you read the Bible? Yeah. Well, I'm not Christian, so I don't understand what you said about the Jesus thing, but what I meant about everything God created, like the prophets. So you're not a Christian, but you do believe that God created everything. I'm kind of confused. Please have a think about it. A question. Maybe we can chat sometime. Yes, Nate.Alger. Hit me up on Instagram. You skipped mine, I think. I don't remember what yours was. Please retype it. How often do people comment or say you look like? Yeah, everyone says that. Everyone says that. I get that a lot. Without a beard and when my hair was a lot shorter, everyone had told me I looked like somebody. I guess I just have that look, which is why people are like, "Oh, you'd be a great actor. You have the look," and I do want to be an actor. So yeah. But yeah, everyone says I look like somebody. Like everyone, I don't know. I don't know what it is about my face. I I mean, I guess it's a good thing, but whatever. Oh my gosh. Nobody knows how he looked. Yeah. Okay. It was a couple of rap lines. Does sickness make you believe God doesn't exist? I mean, I have Lyme disease, and I've prayed for it to go away, but it hasn't. So I don't know what you call that. It's certainly not. It certainly doesn't give extra evidence that he does. I will say that. Could you talk more about when you stop believing in God? You know what? If enough people want to hear that story, I will make a video on it eventually because it is a in-depth story. But it was a pretty life-altering, life-shattering experience. I remember the day. I remember the time. I remember what it was. I remember what was said. I remember what was felt. I remember the intense panic. I remember it all. It very much marked me. So, yes, please make that video, my man. Well, cool. I'm glad that you guys are interested in it. I don't want to make it. I don't know. I do want to make it, but I don't know if I want to make it yet. You asked me why I think people feel the need for a higher power. That's what I think. I am a deeply spiritual person. However, my beliefs don't have to in line with it. Yeah, I agree with that. I get what you're saying. So what are your Melrose? What is your beliefs? Like, what do you believe? Like, if you're a deeply spiritual person, do you believe? Is it more along New Age lines? Not necessarily New Age. Is it more along the Christian lines? Is there one God, multiple gods? Like, what do you think? What do you believe? Do you ever like other religions while being a worshiper of God? So I don't want to say Catholic if you were Christian and vice versa. No. Do you ever? I don't know what you mean by like other religions. Oh, the world says prove it, and I believe it. And God says believe it, and I will prove it. I don't know. Where does God say that? Where does God say you have to believe it first and then I'll prove it? And I need water. Did you ever want to explore and tap into other religions? Not really. Just because most of the answers that I mean, I live with a pastor. So most of the answers that I had about God that I didn't understand, I just asked my dad. And it made sense to me, but that's also the problem. Like theology for me just became like, it was just like math. Like it was like, 2 + 2 = 4. Like, oh, okay, this is how this works. But it's like, does it? Or is that just a fairy tale kind of thing? So God or no God? If God, then you recognize we're limited. If not God, we're limitless. It's like a proverb. Not necessarily. I'm trying to like if God then recognize we're limited, I don't think we're limitless. Maybe we are. I don't know. Do you have any questions? I have many questions. Any questions? What do you mean? Any questions to God? You asked me instead of searching for yourself in the Word of God. Are you talking to me still? Glory to the Father in heaven, the Most High God. It's a long username, bro. God is the rewarders for those who diligently seek Him. True or false? It's a principle in the Bible. So theologically speaking, yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, don't do that. All right. Don't think fasting is going to give you an experience. I don't know who you're talking to. You said Phil. I don't know who you're talking to about the fasting thing. Yeah, I used to fast all the time. Never got an experience from that. Do you know we as Christians are supposed to be skeptical? That's how kids are. Yeah, sure. Is there a right way to pray? There's no right or wrong way to pray. Just talk to God as if He is in the room. That's what I always tell people. It's going to sound like you're talking to the walls, but no, just clap. Yeah, yep. What's the biggest reason for being agnostic? Lack of it, but you don't have to. Wait. What do you mean, but I don't have to experience? What's the biggest reason for being agnostic? I want to believe that there is something more. That's my biggest reason. I want to believe there's something more. But so I guess it would be like agnostic atheist, where it's like, no, I'll just put it this way. I want to believe that there's something more. Like I actually, like contrary to a lot of like atheistic thinking, I actually want to believe that God exists. I want to believe that in my being. And so that's why I feel like I'm holding on, being like an agnostic type. So yeah, I guess that's a reason. I sincerely hope you find the answer that you're looking for and find peace. Good luck, friend. Appreciate that. Thank you. Jesus said to the blind man, do you believe I can do this? He responded, and believe in the Lord, yet help my unbelief, and He healed him. Yeah, you know how He helped his unbelief? He healed him. He gave him an experience. He was healed. That all falls under the category of experience. Fasting isn't great. I did it not for a purpose. Yeah. Are you going to do more reactions? I don't know. Maybe if there's some good music videos I like Jordan Lucas, the stuff he does, because it's so controversial and there's a lot of good topics in like one song. There's some songs out there where it's just like, I know showing it to my dad, he'd be like, I don't know what to do with this. So Jordan Lucas is clear. He enunciates and he's got some good stuff. That's not saying I just want to do Jordan Lucas. There's plenty of other great rappers, great people musically. But yeah, why do you fast all? Why do I, or why did I? I don't do it anymore. I can't really do it anymore. I need food for all the medication I take on a daily basis. I would not classify myself as a Christian. I believe that everything in the universe must be in balance in order to survive: our body's nature, the earth, our mental health. No. Maybe we are hardwired by the Creator to turn. I don't know. I think Trump is Trump equals Jesus. You're hilarious. Calm down, chat, for real. I believe. Okay, so you believe in reincarnation and karma. Okay. Do you or your father think that the chips people are putting in their skin in Sweden to open doors and pay for things is the mark of the beast? I don't know, man. I haven't talked to my dad about that. That's not something that my dad sees and is like, we got to talk about this. I don't know. I think the mark of the beast is, I don't know. People take that as something literal. I often wonder if it's symbolic for something else. Do you want something more from God according to your terms or God's? What do you mean by that? Do you want something more from God according to your terms? I don't understand that. Can I tell you something like really bro, last I have not heard the reincarnation of the Quran. I guess if you had to put me in a box, I'm a mix of Buddhist and Wiccan. Oh, okay. What made you go that route? Does God have to meet your ideas, or are you willing to let him be God? Yeah, sure, I'm willing to let him be God, of course. Yeah. No, yeah. All that you're saying. Can he come live in your heart? Yeah, sure he can. I've invited him to many times. Not neo-Wiccan. So why did you choose Wiccan and Buddhism? Have you done something to chase him out? Oh my. Have you watched my latest video, Neil? That 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 question. Have you done something to chase him out of your heart? That's so I just disagree with that theology. See, Misfit, you wanted to say, oh my God? Okay. So what if I did say, oh my God? Have you read the Quran? No. I see you haven't heard of being reincarnated. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he can let. Okay. Oh my God. But you just said he could come and live in your heart. Yes, I did. I've invited him to. Well, I don't understand. All right. So, would you agree theologically that before you are saved, that theologically speaking, before you are saved, quote unquote, then you have sin in your life and you need to repent, let Jesus in, and then you're no longer a sinner, but you are a saint, you're a son, all that good stuff. So, of course, there's going to be stuff in my life, maybe even stuff I'm not even aware of. But if I'm open in inviting him in, I just don't understand. It's like, okay, yeah, you invited him in, but then maybe there's something that you're unaware of, and God's like, nope. Like that just doesn't. Your theology is confusing you. I don't know if you're. No, it actually makes perfect sense to me. I don't know if you're really hearing what I'm saying. The concept of origin. Wow, it was like 4 comments at the same time. I am at the same place you are with God. Cool. Getting saved is the same as getting cleansed? In a way, yeah. What do you think about Jordan Peterson's idea about Christianity? I've watched a lot of Jordan Peterson's videos, so you'll have to refresh my mind to what exactly that specific idea is that you're referring to. Have you ever made him your Lord? Yes. These are all I addressed everything that you're talking about right now in my latest video. It was titled "Some Things You Don't Know About Me," and just kind of frustrations that I've had about the experience topic. Do you believe many of us have an experience or a low point to find God? People haven't had experience that specifically. Well, I'm burping a lot. Where's the question in that? Oh, I do believe many of us. Okay. People who haven't found an experience that specifically needs religion and mission. Yeah. Being saved is having a renewal of the mind and heart to change you. Yep. I have a problem seeing the need for hin, or you mean sin? What's the root? What are you saying? After Catholicism told me my child was going to hell, my stepfather forced Jewish religion. Yeah. I was screwed. So spiritual journey. Yeah. No, I understand. I get what you're saying. Dude, you must experience. Are you happy? That's a great question. I don't think. Define happiness. Happiness is different things to a lot of people. Do you ever read Greek mythology? Some, yeah. I'm gonna give it like 10 more minutes, guys. Well, actually, no, like maybe like 20 more minutes. I minored in religion and while getting my nice. That's sweet. I'm a new subscriber, by the way. Sweet. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate your content. Don't give up until you know the truth. And I'm new and with you in the journey. Awesome. Appreciate that. Really do. Thank you. God won't judge you on something that you did and didn't know that it was wrong. And so, yeah. See what you're saying. Oh, man. That is poetry. That's good. Without a doubt, in the remembrance of God, do hearts find rest. I like that. I've always had a strange religious question. If you don't believe in God and go to hell because of it, does that mean that babies who die go to hell because they haven't had? No. See, I don't think that. I don't think that personally, and I know my dad doesn't either because we've talked about that. And also, I'm in the process of kind of knowing where I stand on if hell even exists. The religions of these spoke to me, and the old religion of Wicca is an earth-based religion. It's not all this casting spells crap. Interesting. In my tradition, babies in pre go straight to heaven. Yeah, sure. Email me, Neil. You can email me. Where? Are you on a computer? If you are, go to my channel and click on the About section, and there it will have a contact, and you hit show, and it should have my email there. If not there, Facebook. If you have Facebook, either the Philosophical Misfit or Nation Haven, or on Instagram, Nate.Alger, Alger. How's your day been? You know what? My day's been good. I really appreciate you asking that. You know, some lighter conversation. My day's been good. Recorded some music, watched some Game of Thrones. I'm only on season 4, and I'm kind of disappointed in the show. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a good day. So I appreciate you asking. It's 1:50 in London. What's the time where you are? It is 8:53 p.m. on the East Coast in the United States. All these shout outs, even to the, yeah. Pray without ceasing. Yes. Are you telling me to pray without ceasing, or are you telling me I gotta run? Really enjoyed the discussion. Check out my page. Would love to chat again. Peace and love always. Will do. I will check out your page. Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding your page, Melrose. But if you've commented on one of my videos, then that'd be cool. If you're checking out pages, are my edits cool? I haven't looked at your Instagram yet. I said the same thing. I binge watched Game of Thrones before season premiere. Don't think the show is great. Yeah, I have to agree, man. I do not think the show is as great as people make it out to be. I had such high hopes. I was like, man, this show is like, people are saying it's the greatest of all time. And so, like, I was expecting so much, and I'm watching it. I'm like, this is the slowest show I've ever seen. So I was pretty disappointed. But I'm still watching it. So, buddy, old pal, yes, you and me. I got your email. I'll send you something soon, and we'll see where it goes. Thank you. All right, catch you soon, Neil. Oh my. Man, I don't know about you guys. My eyes are starting to hurt. Ah. Oh, that's how you add moderators. I got it. Did I ever think what? And cheers, your bottle looks like mine. Cheers. Hey, it's misquoted. The verse earlier read Matthew 9:20-29. You have a lot of comments commenting, though, and I copied and pasted the verses earlier in this blog. I sent that to, okay. Have any of y'all ever been sick lately? I am down with the sickness, and no one else seems to be sick. Man, I've been sick for the past 2 years, actually, most of my life. I got chronic Lyme disease, so I feel your pain. How do you feel about somebody who got bullied and stood up for himself, but got the same punishment as the bully? I think that's bull. I think it's stupid. I think the bully should, get punished in some way. Need to take off. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night and week. Appreciate your channel. Good night. All right, man. Cyberwolf, thanks for hanging in there, bud. See you later. Peace. I hope you get... Appreciate it, Brian. I agree. Are you reading any philosophy at the moment? Not at the moment. I've been looking more into theological things instead of philosophical. But I have like this list of things that I am interested in reading, philosophy-wise. So, oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel good, better. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You should probably get some rest. You seem tired and have a lot on your plate from like songs and YouTube and all that. No, that's real. I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes and I'm gonna go. The chat seems to be dying down anyway, so yeah. Now my eyes are actually starting to hurt. I really appreciate that comment. Thanks for looking out. Appreciate it. Do you ever think of drugs as devil's work, even though they were man-made? Never really looked into drugs. Never been one to take drugs, do drugs. Now I feel like I do drugs every day with all the medication I'm taking. Give myself 3 shots a week. My stomach and in my leg. It's all like supplements and vitamins and minerals and stuff, but yeah. Speaking of which, damn it. Totally forgot to pick up my anxiety medication today. Oh. All right. I'll have to do that tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Booty clapper. It's hilarious. Love it. All right. Global Killer. Peace out. See you in the next one. All right. All right, guys. Chat seems to be dying down. People seem to be leaving. I'm going to call it a night. Really appreciate you guys for watching. I'm trying to do this live Q&A thing every Friday. If you guys are interested in tuning in, please feel free to do so. Tune in, do Q&A. Trying to do as many vlogs as I can during the week. I got a lot of other stuff, so some days I can't, some days I can. But I try to put out as much content as possible. So I got a whole list of videos that I want to do, and I really appreciate your comments. Really appreciate the good vibes you guys are sending my way. Really appreciate the people that are hearing me and people that can relate to me. Makes me feel like I'm not alone, and hopefully I make you feel like you're not alone. So yeah, more's coming your way, but y'all have a great night. and I'll see you next time. Peace.